Danse, my name is Merrick Tyler. This is the project ASKO. The great part about ASKO, it is a presentation of my family's cultural protocols in contemporary art. I am from Treaty 6 territory. I'm from Musqueam. I am from Canada, so-called Canada. What we're going to do today is we're going to celebrate our teachings, and who's going to help me celebrate these teachings is
Where does Wakota win? That
my
term, that feeling, that state,
collaborator.
that
Their
act.
name is CEDAR T.
Where does it show up in that humble lodge group?
I want to just
What
acknowledge
a
the territory
loaded
that I'm on right
question.
now
And I only say that
here in on your
because
territory. I'm honored to be here as a guest
Waputwin
here.
is this
And if there's anything I can do to conduct
incredibly
myself with as much respect
lifelong
as possible,
learning
I will.
word.
Hi,
I've been
this is
studying this
ASKO.
word for the past 15 years. And I keep saying I want to write about it. When I start to write about it, because I feel like it's really hard to put theory into Indigenous knowledge because it's such practice-based, it's so action. So, of course, traditionally we would have been, or, our ancestors raised our ancestors to be connected to the land and be in that relationship with the land and learn from the land, learn from the grass, which is the law of sweetgrass. It's the law of kindness. Kindness isn't gendered, kindness. It's based on spirit and what is spirit. And then, you know, you develop that relationship to the trees, which is the law of truth and honesty. Our four-legged beings, whether it's the buffalo or moose, represents that sharing, the law of sharing. And then the law of our Asani, our rock, or Watsi, that mountain, which is our courage and strength, prayer, ceremony. And so, of course, all of that, the four-legged sweetgrass, the trees, our Ogamalmatic, our stone, our rock, our mountains. And this is what, when we are connecting our spirit to living those laws, living them in learning, we would have a sense of what that means. But because our generations, past couple generations, have been disconnected from the land and those teachings, and we've been institutionalized to think in these binary terms, we're gonna, like, it's like I said, like studying Wahgoto'win has been this, it's lifelong, it's very, and it begins with our relationship to one, our own spirit, and connecting to the land. And when I see the land, when I see the trees, I don't see the trees first thing as, are you a male tree or are you a female tree? When I'm walking on the grass, looking at the grass, I don't think, are you male or female? Because that's going to determine how I'm going to treat you. We see the spirit and the beauty. Hopefully, we see the beauty of looking at those relatives that surround us, that sustain us, that help us be human beings, and then we forget that those laws of compassion, of kindness, of strength, of truth, right? And so I'm so grateful I got to learn from beautiful elders like late George Giant, Breton, my big brother, Vince Steinhauer, sitting to Diana, Nukumpan, Caroline Whiskey Jack, like all of these incredible humans who reminded us of those laws in such a kind, compassionate way, without shame, without guilt.
put your hands together for your CEDAR tea here. Hey, kina skomtaman. So, the challenge with learning our protocols in contemporary art is that we have to bring in cultural and ceremonial drums into our space. The opportunity that this project provides us is to adhere to those protocols. Those protocols are, I can't bring a ceremonial drum into a venue that there's drugs or booze or anything like that, because I'd be breaking my family's protocols. So I asked them, what can I do to get around that? And they said, why don't you use technology to do it? So we did. What we did is we sampled the drum like that, and we brought it in here. And they said, oh, that's fine. You can bring that drum into here. Just don't bring the drum that it came from. So everything you hear are cultural drums, just like that. This next song is a way for us to honor these teachings through teaching our culture. This is the chicken dance right here. This is Seth Cardinal Dodging Horse. Seth Cardinal Dodging Horse taught me the chicken dance story, which is the prairie chickens gave us a dance, and they said, if you don't teach this dance, if you don't pass this dance along, we're going to take this dance back from you. So we're able to continue teaching our culture through passing it down from generation to generation. Wonderful thing about that. Is that all? Is that all the time we have? One more? Oh, well, thank you so much. Okay, earlier someone taught me how to say thank you. Can I get that teaching one more time? Diaknva? Diaknva. I love it. Ai hai is how we say thank you in our language. We're going to play two more songs here. I think this is called Nikawis, which is our word for rattle. In our teachings, the rattle is given to us through, is taken care of by the people who identify as a woman. So this is a teaching that was given to me from my mom, and we are going to work through, this song as best as we can. So we're gonna do one last song. Why I'm excited about playing this last song is that it is a celebration of Kisik. It's a celebration of people who choose to be who they want and what they want. In our teachings, we have more than 8 genders. In our teachings, you can identify who you want to be at any time. So I'm so proud that our teachings, our ways of knowing and being, are being celebrated by empowering our people to be who they are. These teachings are coming back to us. So these teachings are coming back to us. And one of these people that exemplifies these teachings is CEDAR T, who's coming up here right away. There she is. very much. Ay, hi. Cedar tea, wonderful. The band is called ASKO, and you say that by doing this. Make sure that breath hits your hand. ASKO. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? ASKO. ASKO. That means follow. ASKO. Ay, hi. Thanks for the time.